Welcome back to the Balanced Narrative Podcast. Today's episode is about something that often feels uncomfortable, yet it's at the very core of genuine connection: vulnerability. We live in a world that celebrates strength, composure, and control. We're taught to keep it together, to lead with confidence, and to show only our best sides. But what about the moments when we don't have it all figured out? What about the days when we feel unseen, uncertain, or simply human? That's where the courage to be vulnerable comes in. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the willingness to show up fully, heart open, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. It's saying, "This is where I am," without hiding behind perfection or pretending to be unaffected. It's not about oversharing. It's about being honest with yourself and with others. I've had seasons in my life and career where being vulnerable didn't come naturally. There were moments when I feared judgment or rejection, moments when I thought being strong meant being silent. But I've learned that the real strength is in allowing others to see the parts of you that are still growing. The moments when I said, "I don't have all the answers," or "I'm not okay right now," were often the ones that deepened trust, strengthened relationships, and opened the door for true understanding. Sometimes vulnerability looks like admitting you're tired. Sometimes it's reaching out when you'd rather isolate. And sometimes it's simply being present with someone else's pain without trying to fix it. Because real connection isn't built through perfection. It's built through presence. There are barriers that make this hard: fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of appearing weak. And in a culture that constantly tells us to stay strong, "I'm fine" has become one of the most common masks we wear. But vulnerability asks us to pause, to take that mask off, and to risk being seen as we truly are. So how do we begin practicing vulnerability? Start small. Share something real with someone you trust. A thought, a worry, or a hope you've been holding back. Use "I feel" statements that bring honesty into the space, like "I feel overwhelmed," or "I feel grateful," or "I feel unsure." Remember, the goal isn't to be perfect in how you share. It's to be authentic in how you show up. And here's something important to remember. Not everyone will respond perfectly, and that's okay. Vulnerability isn't about controlling the outcome. It's about honoring your truth. The people who are meant to hold space for you will. Here's your weekly challenge. This week, practice vulnerability. Choose one moment to share something real with someone you trust. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be honest. Pay attention to how it feels to be seen, not just heard. And just as importantly, when someone shares something vulnerable with you, listen without judgment, without interruption. Let that space become a mirror of safety. Vulnerability isn't about falling apart. It's about showing up with courage. It's what turns ordinary connections into authentic ones, and it's what helps us live life with greater empathy and depth. Remember, balance isn't a destination. It's a dialogue. Every emotion, every season, every truth is part of your story. Until next time, keep living, learning, and leaning into your own balanced narrative.